What is going on, everybody? Jay Black here, back with another video. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Make sure you go over inside the description box and click the link to Jay Black live streams too. That's why I do a lot of my live streaming. So you might want to go over there and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Okay. Also go and check out carmarshal.com. 100,000 new and used cars from dealers. You shop, they'll negotiate prices and get you something very good for yourself. That link is in the description box as well. All right. And also the social media as well. I want to start promoting my social media because, you know, I want y'all to get notifications to my videos and my shows because YouTube has not been delivering notifications to everybody. So the best place to go is Twitter and Facebook because I share all the links there. All right. Now, I want to talk about Antonio Brown. There's a couple different articles I've been looking at. TMZ and Yahoo Sports. All right. Now I'm going to read you the one from Yahoo Sports. Okay. And it is about Antonio Brown getting into a domestic dispute with his daughter's mother. Okay. And y'all know Antonio Brown has had issues with the Steelers. He's had relationship issues, but nothing really outside of, nothing really outside of football other than his relationship issues, but nothing to this type of issue because we all know domestic violence issues in the NFL is a very sore subject because of, the NFL had mishandled it once and then it just spiraled out of control. Well, in this situation, the mother of his daughter, okay, basically filed a report and then decided to take it back. But you can't file something then take it back without people going to the media and running with it. Now, apparently, Antonio Brown's daughter's mother took her daughter to his house to drop her off and to get money for a hair appointment. Now, I'm not 100% sure whether the money was for the daughter to get her hair done because she's dropping her daughter off, or the money was for her to get her hair done, because it wouldn't surprise me at all if she was going to get money to get her hair done. But be that as it may, Antonio Brown refused to do it, probably because he probably already pays her substantial amount of child support. Why am I paying you all this child support and you still coming to me for me to get her hair done? That makes no sense. But anyway, he told her to leave, right? She stands in the doorway, refuses to allow him to close the door. How many of us as men have been in that situation? When you tell a woman to leave and she refuses to leave. So what ends up happening is Antonio, according to her, with both hands, pushed her out of the doorway and closed it. Now I want y'all to understand, Antonio Brown is not the biggest guy, but he's a strong guy. You don't play NFL, you don't play wide receiver in the NFL without being, at least being, I would say, above average as far as strength. I've seen him stiff arm and break tackles, not break a lot of them, but be elusive. I'm pretty sure he's a strong guy. And you mean to tell me that he would need to take both hands to push you out of the doorway unless she's a big girl? Unless she's just a big girl, I don't know why he would need two hands to push her out of the doorway. I mean, I'm pretty sure his door to his house is pretty big. Okay, be that as it may, according to her, he pushed her and she fell. Right, and she hurt her wrist and got some scrapes on her. I think her ego was bruised. But what ended up happening is she ended up getting in the car, taking her daughter to go stay with her mother. Now, I want y'all to understand. Once again, this is a situation where the baby mama overstepped her bounds. Why are you asking this man to get either your daughter's hair done or your hair done when I'm pretty sure he's paying child support? Where's the money from the child support at? And then you take your daughter when she's supposed to be at her father's house to your mother's house because you mad because you didn't get your money? Because that's what it was. I'm pretty sure her getting pushed to the ground didn't harm her in no way, shape, or form. This is why she went and canceled the order for protection. Because she realized that he could lose his livelihood because she got emotional. Now, do I condone Antonio Brown pushing her out of the door? Absolutely not. That's unacceptable. You cannot put yourself in a position to get arrested or to get released, to lose your career over a heifer who's being greedy at that particular moment. But I'm pretty sure he's had issues with her, so much so that this type of situation that arises is going to cause the ire. Now, Antonio Brown is already dealing with issues with the Steelers. A lot of people want him to be traded. Mike Tomlin's dealing with him because he's talented. I have said myself that Antonio Brown is very talented, but you cannot sacrifice a talented player, for locker room cohesion. The Patriots do it all the time. If they feel like a player ain't fitting in, they're letting him go, and they're still successful. Now, they do have Tom Brady, but sometimes you have to let people go, okay? Because they're going to cause more and more problems. Even Juju Smith-Schuster is not completely on the bring Antonio back bandwagon. Because I don't think him and Antonio Brown are cool like that. I mean, they tolerate each other. Just like with Le'Veon Bell. Even though I think Le'Veon Bell is probably a better teammate than Antonio Brown. But they basically let him go. According to Yahoo Sports, details have emerged in the alleged domestic dispute incident between Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown and an unknown woman who we now know is the mother of his daughter. Of course, they don't put her name out. They protect the identity of these women because they don't want other men to see what these women are doing. Because you got women out here making false allegations, filing reports that are baseless. So they keep these women's name out of the public because they don't want the women to become pariahs, which they should. If you fall in false reports. Anyway. On Tuesday, TMZ reported and ESPN confirmed that Brown had been involved in a domestic dispute at his home in Hollywood, Florida, but no additional details of the incident were available. On Wednesday, Andy Slater of South Florida radio station 640, The Hurricane, tweeted the incident report from the dispute. According to the report, the mother of Brown's daughter drove to Brown's home to drop off their daughter and collect money for her hair appointment. Brown wouldn't give her the money or let her into his house, so she made it impossible for Brown to close the door by standing in the doorway. What I want to know is this: if you are dropping your daughter off, why do you have to go in this man's house? For what? He's not with you. He's with another woman. Why do you want to go in his house? When she wouldn't move, he used both hands to push her out of the doorway, causing her to fall backwards to the ground. She sustained a sore wrist and scrapes. She then took her daughter and drove to her mother's house. Oh, these women love putting their kids in the middle of it. See what your daddy did? The report says the victim refused to complete a victim affidavit and was given a brochure on domestic violence and information on how to file a restraining order. TMZ reported on Wednesday that the victim later went to the police and tried to cancel her report because she no longer wished to press charges and admitted she had stood in the doorway and refused to leave after Brown had asked her to go. Brown was not arrested in connection to the alleged dispute because as long as she doesn't file any charges, they can't arrest them. And she admitted to blocking the doorway. It wasn't like he just pushed her out of the blue. She was blocking the door. So she was basically an aggressor in the situation, And I think that people got to understand, man. Women do things because they're trying to test you. She was trying to test Antonio. She knows Antonio has a lot to lose. That's why Antonio shouldn't put himself in that particular situation. You cannot put yourself in a situation to lose everything you work for, bro. You still got kids to take care of. You still have a career you want to flourish in the NFL. You cannot allow your baby mamas to get you off your game. Now, maybe he felt like that was the only way to get her out, but dude, you don't have to push her with both hands. If that is true, you know. According to Antonio Brown's lawyer, Darren Heitner, responded on Tuesday when the initial report broke, calling the accusations baseless and false after the incident report was leaked. Well, she's not filing any charges, which means that she feels like she was in the wrong. And I think that when the emotion went away, she realized that this man could lose a lot if she continues this. And I think that's why she canceled it. And I think deep down, I think she still wants to be with Antonio Brown, but he don't want to be with her. Like a lot of these baby mamas. That's why dating single mothers is a no-go for a lot of men, because a lot of these women still want to be with their baby's fathers. They're not going to admit it. They're going to lie, but that is the truth. This is why they're constantly getting into it with their baby's fathers. There is no reason in the world this woman should have stood in that doorway and prevented him from closing that door. As long as this man is paying child support, as long as he's, your daughter is going over to his house, he's taking care of her, he's spending time with her. Why do you have to demand money for hair appointment? This is why I don't believe the hair money was for her daughter. I think it was for her. She wanted to get that weave done, and I think because she couldn't get that money to get her hair done, that's why she stood in the door. That money was for her. That money wasn't for her daughter. That money was to get her hair done. Because why would you feel so, why you feel the need to just stand there and block the doorway to get your daughter's hair done? No, you was trying to get your hair done, But let me know what you think in the comment section below, and let me know your thoughts.